Hello, everyone. This is Dee. Welcome back to Chaos, Coffee, and Curiosity. Today, I will be telling you a little bit about my background. So, I told you guys in 2024, I did the DNA test with Ancestry. I was curious what it would say. My mom and my younger sister both did the Ancestry DNA back in one I think in 2019 and one earlier than that. And they both came back that we were very British Isles. We all did the side eye reaction. I'm not sure that this is correct reaction because my mom is darker than I am. My younger sister has been asked if she is or if she was a Mexican baby because she had the dark hair, darker than my hair, and dark brown eyes, and she has the olive complexion skin tone. So she tans way darker than I do. This is barely tan, okay? My mom's dad was super dark. Like, he would spend a couple minutes outside and he would turn like a reddish brown. So my mom thought it was kind of weird, especially considering her maiden name is a German last name. Her mom's maiden name is a German last name. My maiden name, I think, is German, but I have found that it's located in Scotland, in, I think, either Denmark, Netherlands, or Scandinavia. Yeah. It's also very prevalent in Cornwall. And I have 12% Cornwall in me. So, I'm not sure. Also, I found an entry in a Scottish surnames book about the last name Snail. I thought that was kind of funny. My inside joke since I was 2 is that I'm a snail, which actually gets me out of trying escargot. Makes me so happy because I don't want to try escargot, and my family thinks I'm weird for that. But when I was 2, I ended up in the doctor's office. I'm not sure if it was for an ear infection or what, but there was a picture of a snail. And I asked what it was, and my mom said that it was a snail. And I said, Danielle Snail. So now every time we see a snail, my younger sister and I both have to take pictures of it. So this entry in the Scottish surname book is a snail, or is snail. And it says it's probably a form of my maiden name. So yeah, I think that book just proved I'm a snail. Gotta love when that happens.
Also, I gave her a snail wiggle it.
That's one of my other daughters. So, yeah. Anyways, back to what I was originally talking about. So I did the DNA testing, and I'm like, okay, let's look into my background. A co-worker of mine introduced me to my true ancestry, and I uploaded my DNA, curious what it would say. And it told me that my top percentage was Celts. So instead of denying it, instead of going, that's not me, I'm not Celtic, I'm German or something, I decided to start looking into my Celtic ancestry. So I was learning what I could about the Celtic history, the Celtic mythology, anything that had to do with Celtic. Surprise, surprise, I have just recently, like in the last year, gotten really into Celtic women. One of my favorite things to listen to now. So, with that being said, once I started looking into my Celtic heritage, things started aligning for me in a way that it never really had in the past. What I mean by this is I had one instance where I asked my grandma on the Samhain holiday. I still, to this day, want to pronounce it Samhain because that's what it looks like. But I asked my grandma, who passed away almost 11 years ago. 11? No, almost 12, sorry. I asked her to give me a sign because I've been having issues with part of her ancestry. I wanted a sign that I was in the right direction, that I was going in the right right line, right whatever you want to call it. Sorry, my brain is still trying to figure out what I want to say. So I'm sitting at the table working through something, and sorry, it was a bug, I think. I look up at the ceiling, and the ceiling light fixture over the table started moving. This makes me like go, okay, is that you, Grandma, or is that something else? My kids were all in the room when that happened. So they all saw the light fixture move. And I'm trying not to freak out because I'm not talking just a little bit, you know. This was a full on swinging that it was doing. And I'm going, okay, this is November 1st. So, like, not actual Halloween, but the next day that this happened. And I'm going, is that a sign? What does that mean? And obviously, I didn't actually get an answer, but I'm going, how do I perceive that? And that was one of those instances. I've had another where I'm talking about a certain subject at work, and a couple hours later, that particular subject is being requested. So I've also had moments at work where I am down a certain aisle. Usually it's the nonfiction aisle. And I am looking at some of the books. A couple hours later, one of those particular books is being requested. Or I am a book down that same aisle is being requested. So, needless to say, it has been interesting. I'm not sure what to make of it. This is also another reason why in one of the videos my oldest daughter brought up gift of second sight. So tell me what you think. Do you think that this is all a coincidence? Maybe I'm just noticing things? Or do you think maybe it is the universe, God, someone giving me answers that I'm not necessarily sure I know what the answers are for? So tell me what you think. If you find this channel really reflects you, like and subscribe, and have a great day. Bye.